Taxation law questions part 4. Write short notes on the following. Tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion is an illegal attempt to defeat the imposition of taxes by individuals, corporations, and trusts and others. Tax evasion is often entails the deliberate misrepresentation of taxpayers' affair to the tax authority and it includes dishonest tax reporting or hiding money in secret locations. Tax avoidance refers to the use of illegal legal methods to minimize the amount of income tax owed by the individual or a business. It is generally accomplished by claiming as many deductions and credits as possible. Deemed wealth. Deemed wealth refers to the assets that do not legally belong to the assessee, but are clubbed with his assets while computing his net worth and his net wealth. They include assets transferred to taxpayers, spouses, assets transferred to son's wealth, son's wife, assets held by minors, family property, assets transferred under the revocable transfer. Taxation paper 2. What is annual value? How it is determined? The annual value of a property is a sum or for which a property accepted is to be let from year to year. The annual property value of a property is the amount of national rent that could be derived. Factors determining the annual value of a property. Actual rent received. Actual rent received or receivable is an important factor for determining the annual value of the property. Municipal value. Municipal value is determined by the municipal authorities for levying municipal taxes on house property. Fair rent. Fair rent is the rent which a similar property can fetch on the given or a similar or same locality if it is let for a year. Explain the provision of related to tax deduction at source. TDS is basically a part of income tax. It has to be deducted by a person for certain payment made by him. TDS is a reduction from money paid at the time of making payment, like rent, salary, interest, etc. But the government, with the help of TDS provisions, makes sure that income tax is deducted in advance from the payment made to you. The recipient of income tax receives a net worth. The recipient takes credit of the amount already deducted and paid on his behalf. In case of the rent payment made as an individual, an HUF exceeding rupees 50,000 per month are required to deduct and TDS as plus 5% even if the individual is not liable for tax audit. The rate of TDS are set in the Income Tax Act and TDS is deducted by the payer basis of this specific rate. Therefore, TDS is not should be deducted from your income. Explain circumstances under which income of other persons are included in the total income of accession of an assessee. Clubbing of income. Under the Income Tax Act, an assessee is generally taxed in respect of his own income. However, there are certain cases where the assessee has to pay in respect of income of another person. These are provisions have been enacted to counteract the tendency on the part of the taxpayer to dispose of his assets and his property. The provision for the same are containing in the section 60 to 64 of the Act. These provisions can be categorized as follows. Income of the other person can be included in the assessee's total income. Income of other persons included in an individual's total income. For example, if a husband diverts some part of his income to his wife to reduce his tax burden. What are requisites and what are perquisites? Explain tax-free perquisites. Perquisites are benefits employees offer their employees in addition of their salaries. It is defined as any casual income or casual emolument or benefit attached to an office in addition to a salary. There are perquisites that are exempted from taxes. The most common tax-free perquisite are the exempted from taxes. The most common tax-free perquisites include travel allowance, medical allowance, recreational facilities, refreshment provided by during office hours. Such other than these, there are the use of facilities like a sports club, health club are included in the tax-free category. Perquisites are taxed by employee. Generally, the taxed by this category includes car services of domestic help and education, and telephone lines are also included in this tax-free category. Also, the help of education opportunities for children. Perquisites are taxed on the rate of 30% of the entire value of the availed fringe benefit. They can be either a firm, a body of individuals, or an association of individuals. Thank you and good night.